Now, I got a question for you guys. How many of you have seen the cinematic adaptation of Rampage? Of course, guys, this is a video game movie. It's adapted from, I guess, these originally start in the arcade, the Rampage games? I remember playing these in the arcade. I remember playing these on, I had a PS2 or PS1 collection, I think. We had 3 Rampage games. I also remember that I could play as a ton of different characters, not only George and Lizzie and Ralph. You know, Lizzie's the giant lizard, George is the gorilla, and Ralph is the wolf. There was one where you could play as a giant rat, which they kind of hint at in this movie. There's also a giant lobster creature, which I played as. That was in one of the sequels. It was your giant lobster man. I remember that. That was fun. Well, other than that, that's all my experience with the original games. Any of you played the original games, too? Thunder Lee, I saw it in the theaters. Yeah. Chris Ayers, I saw it in the theaters because this fucking giant crocodile and gorillas beating the fuck out of each other. Okay, fair enough. I haven't heard about it, though. Starshete. Given so, I haven't seen it yet. I have. Love the gorilla, of course. Yeah, everyone loves that guy. I know you love him, man. You're all about them apes, Andy. I understand. I thought that it was another The Rock. I mean, it is very much a The Rock movie. No question about it. I mean, he is ridiculous and as fantastical as the monsters in this movie. There are things listen, okay. Yeah, giant kaijus, mutated animals, they grow to great size, aggressive, they eat a ton of fucking people. I mean, it's true to the game, shit. They eat a shit ton of people. And it does not look pleasant. It's very violent. And there is some blood in this film, and you usually see some people getting torn apart in the distance. That guy was bitten in half. It's eesh, that's a bad way to go. But the things that The Rock does in this movie, chat, is fucking ridiculous. His skill set, it's like he was playing RPG and he leveled up every other scene. He's I'm gonna put some skills into strength and into intelligence now, and all in charisma so I can sneak past anywhere. Actually, he doesn't really do that. Actually, no, not high in charisma. Because he keeps, anytime he talks to someone, he eventually starts to beat the shit out of them, chat. The girl he's with, she's got the high charisma thing. But then he just learns skills I flew helicopters and shit. I operate all these weapons. You know, I could take bullets, no problem. Ridiculous what they do in this fucking film with him. I'll believe the giant monsters over the shit that they have The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson doing this film, chat. Ridiculous. Black Sheep, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Was it also released around the same time as Skyscraper? Maybe. They're very similar. It's The Rock jumping off of shit, and it's he can't do that. Listen, he is a good action star. He's a decent actor, but some of the stuff I'm come on, come on, what are you doing here? So some of you have seen the movie, some of you have played the games. This was my first time seeing it. I'll give you a little background on the film. Directed by Brad Payton, who I believe the Rock has worked with several times in the past. The first time he did Journey to the Mysterious Island, Journey, but it's still Journey to the Mysterious Island, but also it works as Journey to, chat, that's how I would say it, the Mysterious Island. Then he did San Andreas. I actually like San Andreas. It's dumb as hell. But I like that movie. Probably the best of all these films that he's done so far. And, of course, Rampage. So that's his background. I'm known for doing these kind of big blockbuster, disaster-type films. Chad's got experience in it. The movie was, I guess, a moderate success. It did well enough. You know, it wasn't one of the most impressive films of the year in terms of its commercial output, but still did decent. Had a budget between 120, 140 million, box office 428. So I don't know if they're going to make any sequels with this thing. Possibly. If they are, then let me know. You know, it made its money. It's made its money, and I imagine it had some success on VOD, chat. But that's pretty much it. I'm even look. I'm gonna scroll. It's is there anything with a sequel? I don't see anything with a sequel. There's nothing. Yeah, made about 30 million in DVD and Blu-ray sales. Possible sequel, chat. Possible sequel. Yeah, it's nebulous. It's very nebulous, chat. We'll see. Nothing, but we're not even going to be talking about a sequel. They're not going to even speculate about a sequel. Even though the sequel would just have the mutated fucking rat, which they kind of hint at, I guess, and the giant lobster, chat, and some of the other creatures. I'm sure that's what they would do next. But we're just going to talk about the first film, chat. We're just going to open up with it, okay? Chat, this film opens up in a place you wouldn't expect. We're in space. Space! We're on the Athena 1 space station, chat, and things are not going well. Oh, a lot of the people, I say most of the people on board have been eviscerated, chat. They're dead. You see the little blood droplets floating in the zero-G, which is kind of cool. Some of the special effects in this movie, you could tell it's like oh, that was rendered actually really well. In some scenes, like that needs some additional rendering. Like in this particular scene, chat, like the zero-G looks good, except when it comes to liquid. It's like, how did you make blood look shit? It's that CGI blood, chat. It just doesn't look good in zero-G. But like something has happened aboard this space station, and we are following this one lone female scientist, chat. And she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. She's pushing past all the intestines and dead bodies. They looks like they were eaten from the outside, chat. Someone was just nibbling, chat. It was just nibbling on everybody. And she goes to the escape pod, and she's got the person on the radio. She's like, hey, Claire / anyone else who's, I guess Claire's the one she's talking to, chat. Claire's the villain of the movie. We'll get to her in a second. She's like, Claire, I'm at the escape pod. Can you open up for me? And Claire's like, you gotta go back and get my samples. That's what I want right now, okay? Or I'm keeping this door shut, and it looks like the integrity of this space station is not gonna last long. And she's like, oh, you bitch, I'll get the samples. And she's floating, chat. And while she's passing by all these bodies, we see it, chat. Something's on board the station with her. It's this experiment, chat, and it's been nibbling on all these different people the entire time. But thankfully, this scientist, she finds the thing that she finds the samples, chat, and she puts them all in this big old bag, this big old metal container, and she hikes it right back to the escape pod. But when she gets there, chat, the integrity of the space, that's just collapsing now. And what's behind her, chat? It's a space rat! It's a giant space rat, and it's about the size of, like, I don't know, a human. And, you know, the space rat, we're just going to call him Mr. Nibbles, chat, Mr. Nibbles, because he's just nibbling on everybody. Like, every single person got nibbled on. He just fucking goes right at her, and she's dodging, she's ducking and weaving, chat, from Mr. Nibbles, until eventually Claire, she's like, all right, open the fucking thing, I want my samples. They open the escape pod for the woman, she gets in there, chat, close the door, and Mr. Nibbles, he's just fucking going, he's just nibbling on that window, chat, as much as he possibly can. But it's like cracking it too. It's like, oh, that's not good. You don't want that. But then the escape pod is ejected, chat, and the scientist, she's home free at this point. She's like, whoo! Space station is blowing up. Mr. Nibbles, he's blowing up too, chat. He's not long for this world. He's probably got sucked out and imploded. But chat, even though the scientist lady, I'm gonna call her Karen. I just feel like she's a Karen, chat. Karen, Dr. Karen. She's like, whew, wow, that was quite an adventure right there. But she notices, chat, Mr. Nibbles, he's gonna have his revenga. She sees the little nibble marks, and they're just expanding, chat. The window's cracking, and it just fucking pops open, and just she just fucking implodes, chat. Flames. The escape pod just explodes up in the upper atmosphere, and it's just crashing. It's just crashing down all these various locations, chat. Meanwhile, we cut. So Karen, she's dead. Dr. Karen's dead, chat. But the samples may still be out there. We don't know. Maybe they crash land on Earth. We'll find out. But chat, now we find ourselves in the jungle, and we're following The Rock and some students of his. And one of the students is the guy from, what's the show? The Boys. He plays the main character from The Boys, chat. Huey. It's Huey. Huey from The Boys, and he's talking all about this shit that he did in Uganda, chat, you know, saying like, yeah, he had to escape from poachers and the people that you saw in the movie Blood Diamond. You see the movie Blood Diamond? He's like talking to his friend. Everyone knows he's bullshitting, chat. Even The Rock is like, I smell what you're cooking right now, and it's bullshit. Shut up, Huey. And also they have the one character actor who voiced Bo Lin in The Legend of Korra. He's there too. And then another girl who has dyed hair. She's there as well. And, you know, they're walking through the jungle, chat, and they come out of it. And it's like, oh, they're inside an enclosure, chat. And the Rocks just say, we're just doing our rounds here to make sure that our friendly gorillas are doing okay. And the Rock, he's observing all these, they're all CGI gorillas, chat. There's not a single real gorilla in this movie. He's observing the CGI gorillas, chat. And there's new gorillas been introduced to the Pride pack. I don't know what you call a group of gorillas, chat. Please, Andy, you would know. What do we call PJ Byrne? That's it, Chris here. It's PJ Byrne, Bolin from Legend of Korra. What do we call like a group of gorillas? I don't know. I'm gonna call it a pack of gorillas. And they introduced a new gorilla to the pack. I think his name is Seymour? I don't know what his name is. Troop, that's it. Thank you, Andy. You nailed it. I knew you'd know. I knew you'd know. You're my gorilla lore master for this stream. You'll keep me on point in case I start fucking anything up. So I guess we're gonna call him Seymour, chat. Or maybe it's Simone. We're gonna call him Seymour. Seymour, he's a teenager. He's a little aggressive, Chad. He just wants to get his fuck on with all the female gorillas. And the female gorillas are like, we want nothing to do with that right now, Seymour. And Seymour, he's like, I just wanna just hit and fuck things. And he sees goddamn Huey from The Boys. And he's like, I'm gonna hit and fuck you right now. He's like, ah! And he's scared, chat. And The Rock's like, Huey, calm down. All right, he's not going to punch and fuck you. All right, just don't move. Don't show your ass. Don't run, because he's gonna come and get that booty butt. He wants that man meat, chat. And then Huey, he does the complete opposite. He fucking, tucks tail and he runs, and fucking Seymour's like, I will have you. And he just, then, Huey, he just goes in the fetal position, chat. But then what is above him? It's George. It's George, the leader of the gorilla troop, chat. He's an albino gorilla, and he just fucking smacks, he slaps Seymour and backhands Seymour, and Seymour, he just goes off running, chat. And George, he's like, he's just doing all the gorilla stuff that gorillas do. And The Rock's like, oh, calm down. But then, like, George sees Huey. He's like, I want to either punch and or fuck that man right there. And The Rock's like, no, George. But then it's a joke. It's a joke because George was laughing. He has a rapport with The Rock, chat. And The Rock's like, oh, don't you do that, George. Don't look, and you're making Huey from The Boys cry. Don't do it. And they pick up Huey, and he was indeed crying, chat. And George, he's like, I feel kind of... George actually feels kind of bad about it. He's like, I'm sorry. And he's signing with The Rock. That's how he's not actually talking, chat. I should clarify that. He's signing with... He's doing all the signs and everything. The Rock is responding in turn. And then he's like, all right, you're going to... Listen, George, you got to be... Listen, you smacked Seymour around too many times. Like, he's part of your troop now. He's young. He's horny. You just got to educate him. And George is like, I'll help him out. Don't worry. And Rock's like, come on, fist bump, fist bump. And George, he's right about to do a fist bump, and he flips everybody off. He's like, oh! Rock's like, George, why would you do that? And George thinks it's the funniest fucking thing in the world, chat. He can't stop laughing. And The Rock's like, okay, please fist bump. And George is like, I'll go. All right. The joking's done, fist bump. And he flips off The Rock again, chat. It's like, that is so rude. The Rock's like, why are you doing it? It was George. And then Huey's laughing at him. Now he's embarrassing me. And George, he's like, all right, third time, real time. And then they actually do the fist bump, chat. And not like, he's not flicking him off again. Thank God. And so they go outside, chat, and they're talking about all the gorillas and things, him and PJ Byrne and Huey and things. Like, Huey's, again, he's much like Seymour in the situation, chat. He was trying to show his dominance, show how cool he was, but then he got his comeuppance, and then Seymour got his comeuppance in turns, chat. They're just learning. They're young. And, I don't know, PJ Byrne, he was talking to The Rock about something I don't remember, chat. Let me tell you something about this. They're not really characters in this film. They're characters you follow, but there's no depth to anybody. It's like they have absolutely no depth whatsoever. It's like they do things, and it's just to progress to the next scene. You don't learn about any... I mean, there's some revelations about some characters. They just like, I'm going to do a funny voice for this, I'm going to have a scar, and that's about it. That's the depth of my character. And that's what we're getting right here. The Rock, he is The Rock. He is doing Rock-esque things that you see him do in other films. He does catchphrases. He swears, but then he gets cut off because it's a PG-13 movie, and you can't say fuck more than twice. And I don't think they even say fuck twice in this one, or even once. So it's like, that's what you're getting. And so The Rock, he just drives off. He just drives off, and it's storming, Chaz. It's not looking too good. And then we see it. We see some of the meteor shower from the space station where Karen and Mr. Nibbles blew up. And it crash lands into the gorilla enclosure, and George's like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, all right, everybody, I'm the leader of the troop. I'm going to go inspect this. He goes over to chat, fucking, and he goes, and he gets covered in toxin gases. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to, I guess, a plains, or like this valley in Wyoming, and this fucking, again, container lands right there, and we see this wolf pack. Wolf pack's like, what the hell is that? And you get the alpha wolf's like, don't worry, guys, I'm going to go inspect it, and goes, it gets covered in the toxin. And then, chat, we go to, I think, Florida, of course. Lands in the Everglades, chat, and a fucking alligator is like, fuck this thing that just fell from space, I'm going to eat it, and it just swallows that fucking thing, chat. It just goes in the water, does the death twirl, and eats it. And then, chat, we cut to a very expensive it's looking skyscraper in Manhattan, and we're introduced to the bad guys now, chat. Now, I don't remember what the bad guys' names are. Shit. I don't remember. All I remember, Chad, is that the woman's name is Claire, and she's bad. She wears like a red dress, and her brother eats food and is sweaty. So we're just gonna call him the sweaty guy. That's pretty much it. We're introduced to the sweaty guy, chat, and he's freaking out because our stocks have tanked, sis. Our multi-billion-dollar space station exploded in space, and we don't know what to do. Well, I mean, we lost the samples, and Claire's like, the sweaty brother, we did not lose the samples, okay? She shows the footage of Karen blowing up and just imploding, chat. I mean, she is like a bubble. It was like a water balloon filled with warm water. It was not a good-looking death. But the samples, they survived. And she says, according to our scanners, our multiple satellites we have around the planet, and all of their dialogue, chat, the brother, he's there to be sweaty and eat sandwiches, and the sister is to deliver tons upon tons of exposition, and just prove how evil she is. How it's like, I just care about, not even money, it's not even money, it's not even power, it's just, I just do it for the sake of being evil, because that's the depth of my character. That's really it. Because I don't even know what her motivation is. It's just like to continue being evil. Brother's like, I just want another sandwich and to change out of this shirt. I'm sweating through this thing, okay? And so she's like, don't worry about it. The samples escaped. And I love this, is a fucking kicker. The sample box that they're in can survive entering our atmosphere. So the samples, no problem. They'll be okay. And according to our satellites, they've landed in several locations. One is in a zoo in Los Angeles. Another one is in Wyoming. And this other one is in Florida, but we're not going there because we're not suicidal, okay? That one's lost to time at that point, okay? Let the Floridians have it and deal with the problems that will definitely ensue. They'll probably defeat the giant crocodile anyway. And so bro's like, oh, great, so we can just get the samples and we can sell for a fucking mint on the black market. And so she's like, yes, it could be evil too. And so they're all happy, chat. And Sweaty Guy says, so are we going to send our highly trained team of Black Ops operatives to go to one of these locations? She said, yes, I'm going to send them to Wyoming where it crashed. The second one crashed. He's like, fucking let's go. And so then, chat, we're introduced to the Black Ops team. One of them, which is led by, what's his, oh God, I always forget his name. He's got the name I can never, Joe Manganiello, chat, fucking Deathstroke, who was a Deathstroke for about 60 seconds in Justice League before that was gone. And he's never going to be Deathstroke again. That's what it is. King DJ, welcome to you. I'm just in the middle of my Rampage review. Having a lot of fun so far. Hope you're enjoying it. So now we'll get to Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We're not there yet. We're going to get to him. But we got Joe Manganiello, Chad, who clearly, obviously be one of the main characters in this film. And so he's got his Black Ops team ready, Chad. And Joe Manganiello, you know what he's doing, Chad? He's got, as I told you, he's got a scar. And he says a lot of military speak. And that's pretty much what he does. That's his character in the film. Scar, a lot of military speak and stuff. And so he's going with his Black Ops team, chat. They're like, you know, it's fucking, they're basically doing their whole, the shtick from Aliens. Like, hey, should I take the 50 cal? And I got the shotgun for close. Like, that's all this dialogue is. Someone watch Aliens and take all that and apply it here. There you go. They go on a bunch of helicopters, chat. And the Sweaty Guy and Evil Claire, they're watching from their penthouse in Chicago. Because they got, like, the cameras on. So very similar, again, to Aliens. They're watching, like, you know, footage, and they get there, chat, and they're like, oh, we found a container, but this entire pack of wolves has been eviscerated. They've all been disemboweled and partially eaten. And they're going, the sister's like, fuck. Wolf was exposed to the mutagen, which they call CRISPR, by the way. The movie opens up, it's like, and back in 1992, there was this biochemical research and dubbed CRISPR, but then it was outlawed by Congress in 2010, but now there's illegal, all that shit, you know, again, typical, it's basically Umbrella Corporation. And it's just like, oh yeah, the wolf's probably mutating, it's like really big and aggressive now, we can kill it and bring me back its tissue. And they're like, okay, they get back in their helicopter, chat, and you know, they're moving, and they say, oh, there's the wolf, it's, holy shit, it's big, and this thing is hustling, chat, through these trees. And Joe Manganiello, he gets out his big rifle, he shoots it, it's like, done. Let's go down there and go inspect it. They go down there, chat, but there's no wolf. It's just trees and a lot of fog. Got foggy all of a sudden. And they're like, oh, shit. What do you think happened? As soon as that character says that shit, he gets got. Joe Manganiello's like, holy shit! And this thing just proceeds to take out the team chat, and then it just starts fucking flying. Because you learn, I guess, that these creatures, like the mutagen, the toxin or whatever it is, the chemical, if you will, chat, it contains the DNA of other creatures and it imbues anything, I guess animals, with the features and the abilities of other creatures. And they kind of explain this later on in the movie with some other characters, which we'll get to. Some of these scenes are out of order. It doesn't matter, Chad. Nothing matters. And so the wolf inherited bat wings or some shit. It's kind of like, it's like a flying squirrel. It's like a flying wolf squirrel thing. And so this thing just proceeds to fly around and just snatch up people and just eviscerating them. Eventually, Joe Manganiello, and then there's some blood in this scene, chat. You know, I mean, it's like you see some guys getting ripped apart in midair, like very far away, but you know what happened. You see some bloody entrails and stuff. It's like, okay. And then the sister and the sweaty brother, they're like, this isn't good. But we still want to take it out. The sweaty brother's like, shoot it, just shoot it. But the bullets don't work on this thing, chat. Nothing, no conventional weapons can take on these animals, as we'll also see at the end of the film. And so Joe Manganiello, he's the last one, and he's like, get me the fuck out of here, okay? And the helicopter's like, no problem, Joe Manganiello. And this thing fucking swoops down, chat. And the fucking wolf's like, I want that fucking helicopter. And it just fucking goes for it, chat. And the guy in the little cockpit, he's like, ah! And he's shooting all this 50 cal. The 50 cal doesn't work, chat. He's shooting at the goddamn wolf creature. It jumps up there, rips the guy out of the gun seat. And the helicopter pilot's like, I'm fucked! And it fucking crashes, chat. Crashes right in front of Joe Manganiello. He goes, can this day get any worse? And then, chat, he feels a little bit of that hot drool drip down that scarred face. And he goes, oh, shit. And he gets eaten, chat. It just fucking goes for him. And it's just throwing him around. Joe Manganiello was dead. I think he had like about less than 10 minutes of screen time, chat. But that was it for Joe Manganiello. Then why can't George fly? I don't know, Chris Ayers. It's a good question. George just gets a little bit bigger. He gets the least of the powers. I mean, he gets the bullet immunity ability, which is pretty cool. But he definitely gets the least. Like, Ralph and Lizzie, Liz gets the biggest upgrade. No question about that. And so Joe Manganiello, he's gone, chat. Now we cut to an apartment in L.A. where we find a new character, played by Naomi Harris, chat. Everyone likes Naomi Harris. She's Dr. Kate Caldwell. We're going to call her Dr. Kate, chat. Not Dr. Karen, Dr. Kate. And Dr. Kate, she was reading a lot of books last night about genetics, and she passed the fuck out, chat. She was tired. She's got to call her boss saying that I'm on the goddamn highway right now, and there's traffic up to here. I'm going to be late again. Sorry. And then she's like, doesn't have very good hygiene practices, chat, because she's just fucking drinking all the coffee that could be days old, probably mold and shit in there. It's like, oh god, it'd be horrible. And then, chat, she hears behind herself that the space station from the evil corporation crashed down. She goes, oh shit. And the reporters are saying, yeah, it was a meteor shower and hit all these different locations. They think there's some kind of debris there. And we're not allowed to go there. The government's getting involved. And she's like, oh my god. And so the first place she's going to go to, Chad, as we know, is the one in L.A., the zoo. The L.A. zoo. It's like, oh, that's right by. I'm just going to head over there. She's like, boss, the car in front of me just exploded. Gotta go. He's like, what the fuck are you talking? She hangs up on him, Chad. And then Dr. Kate's going there. Meanwhile, Chad, we cut back to The Rock. The Rock, he's pulling into work. And goddamn Bolin from Legend of Korra, PJ Byrne, he's like, there's some bad stuff happened last night. And The Rock like, what's going on? And he's like, it's George. And I'm like, oh, I'll go see him right now. He's like, no, he's not in the gorilla exhibit in the enclosure. He's in the grizzly bear exhibit. And he's like, why is he in the grizzly bear exhibit? And they go over there, chat, and they see all the grizzly bears. They've been brained to death, chat. Like good old George, he just fucking bonked him in the head. Brains coming out of their mouths, eyes, and ears. These bears are dead. And I'm like, oh, jeez. And then The Rock, he sees George in this cave, and George is a little fucked up. He got scratched by bears and stuff. And he's scared. And The Rock's like, are you okay, George? Why are you scared? And George, again, he's trying to explain himself and everything. It's like, The Rock's like, it's going to be okay, George. Did you fuck up the bears? Did you brain the bears? And George is like, I don't know. It's like, clearly you did. He's like, it's gonna be okay, buddy. Just come out on. George, he fucking stumbles out, chat. And he is now 3 feet taller. And he's got a lot more mass. And The Rock's like, holy shit. Like before, he was like, this big gorilla, about 7 feet tall and however many pounds. Now he's 10 feet tall and he's more. He's much heavier, chat. And he's like, this is not good. And so they put him into some isolation chat. They kind of calm down a little bit and just put him in for observation. George is very understanding of it right now, Chad. Even though he's a little more aggressive, he's understanding. And PJ Burns like, we got to call somebody. All right, this is weird that he grew like 3 feet in less than 12 hours. And he killed grizzly bears, which is like one of the most deadliest animals, terrestrial animals on the planet. We got to do something about this. And The Rock's like, I don't want him to hurt George. First of all, at this point, I'm with PJ Burns. Fuck George. Who knows? Like, listen, gorillas and primates, they're very, like, everyone's like, oh, we gotta protect them, which I totally agree. But don't fuck with them in like these enclosures and shit. They will fuck you up. Gorillas will just beat you to death. They'll eat your face. But chimpanzees, they'll fucking rip your balls off and your dick, and they'll gouge your eyes out and tear your nose off. It's like, no. It's like, no, PJ Burns is correct in the situation, all right? We got to call somebody about this, and maybe we got to put, and The Rock's like, you're going to put him down. He should be put down. Look at him. He's going to rip someone's arm off, and then it'll be like, then Rock's like, oh, you didn't mean it. Bullshit, The Rock. Bullshit. And The Rock's like, we'll deal with it, okay? And then, Chad, they have someone coming into the zoo, and it's Dr. Kate from earlier. Hey, 042, welcome. It is a bear hate crime, goddamn. It's terrible. San Diego Zoo? Whatever. Whatever. Some zoo in the state of California. Hashtag kill George. That's what I'm all about, chat. I am on the hashtag kill George team right now, okay? It's like, fuck that. No. Let animals be animals out there. Okay? I don't wanna fuck with them. Hopefully they won't fuck with me. Because honestly, chat, like, that's one of my fears is, like, to die is being eaten by something. I feel like as like the dominant species of this planet, we shouldn't be eaten by things anymore, okay? The only time we're eaten by something is if we're fucking in an area we shouldn't be fucking around with, okay? That is my thinking of, like, if you get eaten by an animal, it's like, a lot of that's on you, okay? And that is not how I'm gonna go out, okay? I don't want to have my obituary, it's like, yeah, you got eaten by something. It's like, fuck that. That happened like thousands of years ago. To our earliest ancestors, they got eaten by shit. That shouldn't happen to us. And girls are pretty gentle. It's the chimps. The chimps are bad. But George, he's acting more chimp-like than other now. Yes. That's what happened with Carol Baskin's husband. Possibly. Some of that fucking toxin crash landed on one of her tigers. She's like, oh, this is an opportunity I cannot waste. Eating, chat. That's how it works. And so the Dr. Kate, she's there, and she's like, I want to talk to your primatologist or whatever. And The Rock's like, that's me. I'm that word you just said. And she's like, listen, I heard from your staff. And they're like, what staff? And they're like, oh, they told her everything, Chad, about one of your gorillas grew to an unusual size and is displaying aggressive behavior. He's like, yep, it's from this thing. She's like, did you, like, wear gloves when you touched that container? And he's like, yeah, of course. He used, like, a fucking plastic bat, Chad. So now The Rock, I mean, at this point, he basically is a mutant. How big he is. Probably have little effect on him. His own bodily cells, chat, will counteract the sci-fi poison in that canister. And she's like, okay. Yeah, then it's all revealed, chat. It's that she used to work for this maybe she used to work for this company? Yeah, she used to work for this company, and she quit. She says, I quit because I couldn't support their experiments, but now I'm here to help. And The Rock's like, well, that's cool, and you want to see George? She's like, I want to see George. So he goes ahead. He takes her to George, chat. George, he's in the cage right now, and she's like, Jesus Christ, wow, this is not good. And he's like, well, give me the details, give me the deets. And she's like, yeah, so we created like a thing, like a toxin, like a chemical, and it's basically, I learned it was basically a bioweapon. I thought it was working to help animals. I'm all about The Rock. I love the animal. Whoa, Don, with the $16 donation. And because of Don's generosity, chat, we got to go ahead and do another poll. We'll have to do another poll after this review. Thank you, Don. Let me go ahead and stop for a second just to read your little comment there. Can't stay, just thought you guys could use a... No, thank you so much, man. It was very, very kind of you. We will definitely do that after this review. You are the it guy, Andy. There's no question about it. Agreed. And so she explained the situation. Yeah, and then it was a bioweapon that's used to create animal mutations. They grow to an unusual size, aggressive behavior. They're sent out in combat to completely wipe out an enemy force. He goes, well, that's bad. She's like, yeah. And then meanwhile, Chad George, he's just getting mad because he's hungry. And she was like, yeah, he must be starving because he's growing, and so he's going to need more food in his tum-tum. And Rock's like, get more food in George's tum-tum, but it doesn't come fast enough, Chad. The food is not in the tum-tum, and George, he freaks the fuck out. He busts out of that cage. He's throwing around these concrete blocks and shit, and he's throwing people around. No, he doesn't really throw anyone around here. Not yet. Doesn't really hurt anybody here. But he escapes his little containment thing, and he's just running around the zoo. We get some funny moments of dogs barking at him, and he goes, rah! The dogs go, wah, wah. He's like, all right, I see what you're doing here. Eventually, as one would expect, the police are called, and they got their fucking guns trained on George. And we know early in the film, Chad, that George doesn't like guns. Oh, we also learn about George. Did we learn about? No, not yet. We're not yet. We're almost there to George's backstory. Why he doesn't like guns, Chad. And so The Rock, he comes out there, and he's like, please do not shoot George. I am his trainer. I am the primatologist, as the lady said before, that big word that was used. I can calm him down. The police are going to like, all right, The Rock, you're charming as fuck. Your charisma, you upgrade to like another charisma level, so we'll allow this, right? First of all, they would fucking shoot that thing in a second. There's no question about that. Fuck that. They would shoot that thing. They'd get the shotgun out, and they would double tap that shit, chat. But they're like, all right, Rock, we'll listen to you. And then Georgie kind of calms down. And The Rock's like, all right, good. Well, everything's going to be okay, George. But then all of a sudden, she has a helicopter. And The Rock's like, no. And Georgie's freaking out. And the helicopter just starts shooting, chat. And not bullets, though. It's like little tranq darts. Little tranq darts, they'll go into George's body. And he just goes ahead and falls over, chat. And the government has come for George. We don't know the organization. We'll find out in a hot second. So they ship George out, and then The Rock and the Dr. Kate, they're taken to an undisclosed airport, chat. And they get out of these big black cars, and who are they introduced to, chat? Fucking Negan from The Walking Dead. Yes, it's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yes, he's playing a character with a different name, but he's doing the exact same performance that he does as Negan in The Walking Dead. There's no difference. He even has the fucking lean and everything. He's talking like a cowboy the entire time. They even call him a cowboy. He refers to himself as a cowpoke. And my daddy always said, it's like, I would expect him just to like start walking with the bat all of a sudden. It's like, are you kidding me? And again, I think he was just because he was working on The Walking Dead at the time. He's like, listen, I'm not going to change, all right? That show is hard work to do. I'm constantly covered in fucking entrails and blood. I have to wear a goddamn leather jacket and scarf in the middle of summer in Georgia. All right, so I didn't have time to study this new character. Can I just do Negan? That's what people like for me to do. And they're like, okay, all right, dude, just fucking do it. And he's doing Negan, chat. And he's just walking out, just big dick swing. And he's just laying down business like, I work for the OGA. And The Rock's like, oh, other government agency. It's a secret government agency, chat. It has no name. And he's like, listen, no offense, but this situation is far bigger than you'd expect right now. Okay? He just keeps leaning, chat. Every time he ends a sentence, leans a little bit farther. And listen, I'll allow you to come with me if you don't cause any trouble. The Rock, like, he wanted to punch Negan really bad, but then Dr. Kate calmed him down and said, they'll go on the plane, chat. And then Negan, he explains the whole situation. Yeah, there's a fucking wolf creature, and there's a crocodile in Florida, but I'm taking care of George right now. We're going to ship him off to a facility where he'll hopefully not cause any more trouble. Reveals a lot of information about The Rock. Apparently The Rock, before he became a primatologist, chat, he was in a fucking black ops squad in the U.S. military, and so he knows how to fucking fly helicopters and jets, chat. He knows every conventional weapon that is out there. Pistols, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, assault rifles, knows it all. Fucking knife combat and shit. And he goes, and you, Dr. K, did you tell him that you were originally one of the head scientists on this bioweapon program used to mutate creatures, and you were actually going to use these experiments to help your brother who was dying? And so The Rock's like, I didn't know any of that shit, so you willingly worked for that evil corporation. She's like, my bro was dying, man, I had to do it. And The Rock, he is just flummoxed, shit. You get to see it. This is the most acting The Rock does in this film. He's like, I was lied to. He just can't believe himself. And then, Negan's like, I think there's a lot to take in. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to walk away a little bit. But I'm going to be a little charming here, chat, because he tells The Rock, hey, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for what happened to your friend. So in that moment, chat, Negan's going to be A-okay for the rest of the film. He was kind to George, and that's all there needs to be. And so The Rock, he's just flummoxed that apparently Dr. Kate worked for this evil corporation willingly, and she says, listen, I want to help my brother. He was dying of a genetic disease. I thought this bioweapon research could possibly improve his cells, and that's why I agreed to be a big part of it. And so she's responsible for a lot of the creatures that we're seeing in this movie, chat. But now I realized that they were evil, and they didn't want to help my brother, and that's why I quit. And The Rock goes, well, that's fine with me. He forgives her very quickly, chat. It's like, we got to keep moving. We got to get to the monster fights at this point. Where are we now? Oh, yeah. So I think we also cut back to the evil sister and brother, and they're doing shit. I think they realize like, oh, they have George. We gotta get. Oh, this is what happens, chat. So during this time, the evil sister she reveals to the brother who's both sweating and eating things. Purple Canary, thank you for the 55 biddies. Oh, appreciate it. Jeffrey does shoot George on the plane, and George does not. Yeah, no, he does. That's because he was mean to George. Don't be mean to George. If it was a guy, The Rock would have punched him. He probably would have. Oh, he did not. He just looked flummoxed, chat. He looked disappointed, in all honesty. So we cut back to Evil Claire and Sweaty Brother. And Sweaty Brother, he's eating sandwiches, chat. He just can't stop himself. And he's like, what are we going to do? There's giant monsters. And Sister's like, don't worry about it. I got something to show you. And we go outside, chat. He's eating all the sandwiches. He also eats maybe a Pop-Tart at one point. And they go up to the roof of their massive skyscraper. And she says, the poison that we made, apparently it has some connections to radio waves. And I've created a giant fucking antenna on top of our building, and I'm gonna turn this shit on, and that will bring all the monsters to us, and then we can kill them. Now, chat, if you think that sounds stupid, it's because it is stupid. We've learned, they know that, conventional weapons don't work on these things. They fucking gunfire, goddamn 50 cal bullets on a helicopter and a Gatling gun, hit a giant flying wolf squirrel monster, and it did nothing to it, and it just made it just a little more agitated. And she's like, I want to bring all of these to us. Stupid fucking plan. Stupid plan. And the brother, again, very stupid, agrees and says, that's brilliant! We can kill the monsters, even though it's proved that they're going to have a rough time doing that. And we can collect the samples and we can sell them for a mint. And Sister's like, hell yeah, we will. And it's like, again, it's dumb. And so she turns on the machine, chat. And so that, in turn, the wolf creature, which has been fucking chowing down on some humans in a bus, chat, like he's trying to get at that last guy. It's like, you know, what is it? The Lay's chips in that goddamn container, and you're trying to reach that last one. That's what fucking Ralph was trying to do too. Also, we learned the names of all the creatures, and it's fucking Negan. He says that, oh yeah, the people on the internet named the big wolf creature Ralph and the big giant lizard creature Lizzie. Because that's what the internet does. That is literally the reason why they have the names they do. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. And so the evil sister turns on the machine. Fucking Ralph, who was chowing down some humans, he goes, he's like, something in my head, I need to go to Chicago. He goes to Chicago. Lizzie's like, well, I was hanging out in the Gulf of Mexico, but I got to go to Chicago. And then George, he's starting to wake up on the plane, chat, and The Rock's like, what's wrong, George? And George's like, I want to get to Chicago really bad. And he starts tearing apart the plane, chat. All these guys start shooting him. He's fucking murdering these guys. He's throwing them around, chat. He's bashing brains and shit. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's like, okay, I got to, do something. Pulls out a big old gun, chat, and George grabs a hold of him. He's holding him down. The Rock at this point is like, I gotta put down George myself. He's acting too aggressive. And George, he sees The Rock pick up a gun, chat, and you see George's soul die. He's like, why could you do this to me? I mean, yeah, I fucking ripped apart all these humans and shit, but why me? You were my dad. Why? And The Rock's like, I gotta do it. But before he can do anything, shit, because The Rock's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? The fucking pilot behind him shoots George in the back of the head. George is like, fuck! And he fucking takes that pilot, chat, and he's munching on him and shit. And then the plane just starts going down, chat, because the pilots, they're fucking dead. They're being munched on by George. Goddamn forklift pins George to the front of the plane. The Rock does some acrobatic moves. He gets, he ties Jeffrey Dean Morgan to like a pallet, and then he grabs 2 or 3 parachutes. One for Dr. Cage, who's just fucking screaming during this whole scene. She falls out of the plane. Parachute. The Rock, he has his own parachute. He puts it on. He's like, I hit the Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Or Negan. He goes over there, and he fucking... and listen, at this point, because he opens the plane, chat, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's limp, and his wrist is just tied to a single, rope. If that plane opened... and the force at which that thing, his body shoots, his arm would have ripped completely off. Tendons and bone would have just popped, chat, and he'd be flying to his death. But somehow he's got that swing arm of his with that vampire bat. He held on tight, chat. And so The Rock, he goes to Negan, gets the parachute on him, and they both jump out. And Negan's like, oh! He's freaking out, of course, because you would be, because you just woke up and you're free falling right now. It's like when you have that dream. It's like, oh, you catch yourself, except it's real. Horrifying, chat, horrifying. And so they land, chat, they're okay. But George, he was on the plane. What happened to George? And then, boom! The plane blows up, chat, with George on board. And, of course, there's And Kate's like, oh, he died and he's probably dead. And Rock's like, I don't know. And they check the wreckage chat and there's no body. And Kate's like, maybe he burned up. And Rock's like, stop being dumb. He's clearly alive and he's going in the direction of Chicago. I'm guessing. And we're going to guess it's Chicago. And then chat, Negan, he's like, hey, thanks for saving me and shit. I'm going to call our good old boys in the government to come pick us up, if you don't mind. They're like, go do it, man. We need some transportation. And now The Rock reveals the origins of George to Dr. Kate. And he says, his mom got him in Africa. His mom was attacked by poachers. He literally watched them butcher his mother, cut off her hands to be used as ashtrays, which actually happens, chat. That's what they're sold as. They cut off the hands, using ashtrays and souvenirs and shit, and her head and everything. And this fucking traumatized George, and that's why I found him, and that's why he has this fear of guns. It's like understandable. I get it. So again, more sympathy for George, even though he's killed a lot of people at this point. He's responsible for all the death that happened to the plane. There's no question about that. Even though I guess he wasn't in his right mind technically, but we won't find out until later. Where are we? Oh yeah. So the fucking military, they come, they pick him up, and then the military guy, General what's his name? That's what we're gonna call him. General what's his name, Chad. He's explained the situation. He's like, yeah, they're all going in the direction of Chicago. We're gonna get them there. We're gonna fight them. And Jeffrey D. Morgan's like, are you gonna evacuate Chicago? And General what's his name? That's a good idea. We should probably start doing that. Okay, let's start doing that. And The Rock's like, I gotta go to George. I have to appeal to him right now. Military guy's like, no, you're staying. You're keeping your big ass here, The Rock. We're not going to let you do that. And then he walks away, and Negan says, I'm going to go let you do that, okay? You saved my life. Let me help you out. Go, just go. And The Rock and Dr. Kate, they leave chat. Counter two military guys who won't let him pass. And The Rock says, if you don't let me pass, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to choke you out until you piss yourself. And they're like, ha, you wouldn't do that. And The Rock proceeds to do that. Don't know if he peed himself, chat, but it's implied. It's implied. And then they get to a helicopter. Negan, he just like, here, he gives him the keys, chat. And then we learn that the Rock, he also apparently flew helicopters for this Black Ops secret government team. And then him and Dr. Kate are going to Chicago, chat. Now the military, they find that George and Ralph have teamed up for some reason, and they're in a quarry, I guess, catching their breath and eating all the people, and they do an attack, chat, and it fucking fails completely. It does not. Everyone's getting eviscerated, everyone's getting brained and shit. Lizzie, they can't even find. They don't even know Lizzie exists yet. They can't even keep track of Lizzie. She's moving too goddamn fast, chat, up that river. Then. Eventually, we cut to... Where are we at this? Yeah, okay, yeah. So now we go back to the evil brother and sister, and they're like, oh, hopefully this all works out. And then the fucking city's under attack, chat, and they're like, that's not good. We might have not thought this entire thing through, because now they're all coming towards the building. Oh, I forgot one thing before that, chat. Okay, so, The Rock and Kate reveal that the evil corporation is evil, and the FBI go, thanks a lot, we're going to go and download the information off their servers. And they go and do that, and that's when what's her name? What was it, Karen? I remember her name. Claire, evil Claire. She's like, I'll help you guys out, but she doesn't give them all the information, chat. She keeps the secret evil files for herself and her sweaty brother. And so the FBI does not know that the evil corporation is responsible for the monsters. And now, chat, we cut to where Chicago is being under attack by both George and Lizzie. They are tearing shit up at this point. The military is just failing completely, and we just know they're going towards that building. Eventually, what's her name? The Rock and Dr. Kate, they get there, and they're flying overhead, chat. And then the Dr. Kate, she sees something in the distance. She sees something that's under the water. She's like, hasn't looked on The Rock's like, that does not look good either. And then, chat, we see her in all her glory. She hasn't been revealed yet in the film. Fucking Lizzie pops up, and she is twice the goddamn size of any of the creatures in the movie so far. Carly, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. It was so kind. We gotta do 2 polls. Gotta do 2 polls back to back now. Thank you. Congratulations, Rebel Reindeer, Night Day Nick, Perenchi, AO42, and E-Mike93. Again, that was very kind of you. Here's to you, Carly. Man, the wings a little bit. That was a fun. They were shaking the pillows of heaven tonight. Thank you. Yeah, I did 3 polls. Yep. 2 cartoon pose and 1 movie poll. You're correct. You're correct, Chris Harris. Thank you again, Carly. Hope you guys enjoyed the review so far. Just taking a break. I gotta get a beverage, chat. I'm doing a lot of talking. Publicator hashtag kill George fuck friends. Yes. Absolutely. Oh, am I drinking? Just a little bit of, let's keep it as simple right now, guys. Just some whiskey, club soda, and pineapple juice. It's very good. Joey the Jedi, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate it. How you doing? I'm doing very well, man. How are you doing? That's what I want to know. All right, guys. So fucking Lizzie reveals herself, and she's beautiful. She's a big, beautiful crocodile lady, and she's just walking around, and she's now teamed up with George and Ralph, and they're just munching on all the people they can. Very accurate to the game, because you eat people, that's how you get health back and shit. And they're just munching and destroying shit. And they're all coming to the evil building. Now, are we at this point yet? Oh, yeah, so I think, I don't know if we get, oh, yeah, no, we're at this point. So, The Rock and Dr. Cake, they go, well, we got to go to the location where they have the signal going off right now, because we got to go ahead and get the information first. Oh, no, they got to get an antidote, because this is what it is, Chad. I forgot about this. This is the detail I forgot. Dr. Cake tells The Rock, we also create an antidote that we can give to the monsters. Now, it won't change their size, but they'll have the same behavior that they did, same personalities and stuff, before they became monsters. And so if we just give that to them, maybe they'll stop attacking everybody and eating people. And The Rock goes, okay, we'll do that. And so they go to the evil building, chat, and they go up there. And also at one point, the fucking sister and brother, who are still there, it's like, why don't we just leave and watch this from afar or from another state or another country? Why are we still here and broadcasting to the monsters our very location? And so at one point, they're like, oh, we should probably get out. And they never leave, chat. Oh, so stupid. Anyway, but then we cut to The Rock and Dr. Kate. They break into the lab in various ways. The Rock, he punches things, and Kate's she's a little more intuitive, a little smarter. And The Rock goes, I admire that. And they break in, chat, and she goes, okay, we got to find the antidote. The Rock says, there it is, and they get the antidote. They also download all the evil files, too, because the government missed them. Government did miss them, chat. Also, fucking Negan, he flies out there in a helicopter eventually, because apparently the General What's-His-Name is in league with evil Claire and Sweaty Brother, and so he's in on this whole thing now, too. So it's like, Negan's like, I gotta get the hell out of here. And so he goes to Chicago, too. So once The Rock and Dr. Cake, they get the cure, who's there, Chad? Fucking evil Claire and Sweaty Brother! And Claire's like, I should have known, Dr. Cake, that you come back for this stuff. Sorry about your dead brother. And Dr. Cake's like, ooh, and Rock's like, oh, don't do that. She's like, I'll take those antidotes and all evil information. They take all that. Sweaty Brother, he's got that. She has the rat, which is the rat from the sequel game. He's carrying that around, too. And so the brother has the gun. The brother has the gun at first. He's pointing it, and he's like, I'm in control. I'm smart. I'm not dumb. And he's pointing the gun, chat. And eventually, Dr. Kate's like, and The Rock's like, we'll never stop. We're going to help these animals. And evil Claire's like, oh, really? And she's like, give me the gun. And he's like, all right. And she's like, guns are meant to be used to shoot things. And she shoots The Rock, chat. She shoots him in the gut, chat. Like, right in the gut. And he's like, oh, my God. It's incredibly painful. He fucking, all the intestines in there, chat. A lot of important internal organs right here. That's why gut shots are so dangerous. Because, one, there's so much in there that's necessary. And you can bleed out very easily from a gunshot wound to the tummy. It's very dangerous. And so, he fucking keels over and appears to die, and Dr. Kate, she's like, oh my god, he's dead. And then, evil Claire's like, you're coming with us, because you know things. You should have just shot her there when it made more sense. The building's gonna come down. Because at this point, chat, fucking George and Ralph and Lizzie, they're crawling up this building. And it's like, at this point, Claire and Sweaty Brother were like, you know what? Maybe we should leave. Maybe we should leave when they're stuck crawling up the building. And I guess they're like, yeah, sure. And so they lead Dr. Kate up to the very top where the fucking antenna is. That's broadcasting the beacon, like, come for all this wonderful food right here. And the helicopter pilot, he's loading the thing up, chat. Dr. Kate, she's arguing with evil Claire, but then who shows himself first, chat, is George, because he can climb very easily. And he fucking takes the helicopter, he fucking flings him, which is kind of cool. Fucking flings the helicopter pilot, he's flying. He don't have any wings, though, chat. The brother realized, like, I actually have a good fight or flight instinct, and he just fucking takes off. She's like, fuck this. He goes and leaves the sister, and sister's like, where you going, Sweaty Brother? And he doesn't reveal it yet. We'll find out, though. And then Claire and Evil Claire and Dr. Kate, they wrestle for a little bit, and Dr. Kate, she pushes Claire out of the way, and she runs down the stairs. And then who's there, chat? It's The Rock. He's fine. And he has a lot of dialogue that says, yeah, I think it missed all the internal organs, so I'm totally fine. And he's just fucking running, and he does so much stuff. He has a gut wound. You're not going to get up and walk from that, chat. You will not be able to use your goddamn legs. And he's fucking chugging. He fucking pushes Evil Claire out of the way, and he's there for Dr. K. But Evil Claire, she's still got some fight left in her. And so she jumps down there, and Dr. Kate and the Rocker arguing. She's like, I only got one antidote. We got to get to George somehow. He has to ingest it. And, The Rock's like, how can we do that? And she's like, I have an idea. Because I played the games. And so she says something really catty to Evil Claire, and she puts the vial, the endo vial, in her purse, and she pushes her out of the way. And she goes, and then she's like threatening to shoot the Rock. And George, she's just like, fuck you, bitch! I'm gonna eat you! And he takes her chat, and he goes, bah! And she throws up in the air, and then she's like, ah! And he eats her chat, he munches on her, and now it's in his tummy. But George still got to take time to ingest that. At this point, fucking Ralph and Lacey, they're climbing up this building. It's starting to come down, chat. It's not looking good. George, he's still freaking. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He's like, he's fighting between evil and good George at this point, chat. He's got to let Evil Claire digest in his tum-tum. But The Rock realizes, like, oh, we're going to die. Let's get in the helicopter up there. And Dr. Kate points out, the helicopter's tail is no longer there. How can you fly this? And The Rock goes, no problem. We're just going to crash the helicopter by surfing the falling building down. It's like an avalanche. She goes, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, don't worry, I'm The Rock. I could do this. I leveled up the previous thing. After I got shot, I leveled up. And so Chetty gets in the helicopter, fucking turns it on. This building starts tipping over. Lizzie's like, I'm sorry, I weigh a lot. I weigh a lot. I got really big. She's very thick, Chet. Lizzie, she got them glutes. And so Lizzie, she's taking the building down. And he turns the helicopter on, and they fucking fall off the building, and they kind of pick up a little speed, and he crashes, but it's an elegant crash, chat, and they're totally fine. Fucking bullshit. You cannot surf a falling building and steel and glass on a helicopter that doesn't have a tail. But The Rock does it. The Rock does it. And there's derbies all around him, and Dr. Kate's like, whew, well, I'm sorry that George died, but it looks like Lizzie and Ralph, they're also dead too. But when she says this shit, who pops up? It's fucking George. But then George, he looks at The Rock, and Rock looks at George, and they go, they do fist bump, chat. George is back! Even though I'd be really upset because he ate all the people. But George is back, chat. He is himself yet again. Chris, you're thinking of the 100 base. You forgot about my favorite scene. Oh! We gotta do a rewind, chat. We gotta do a rewind. Thank you, Chris Ayers. Okay, so, chat, before the building collapse, before the fucking helicopter surfs down the building, we're back to Sweaty Brother. He's now in the lobby. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Who does he see? Because he hears that fucking baseball bat swing, chat. It's Negan. And he's got a deal for the brother. Sweaty Brother, he's like, listen, why don't you just give me, since you climbed all, and this is a lot of charisma here, chat. You climbed all 78 flights down here yourself. Man, you don't look too good. But here's the thing. I'll cut you a deal. Since you work so hard, I'm going to let you go. But, look caveat, you give me that computer with all those top secret evil files, be my guest and leave. And brother's like, really? And yeah, he's like, yeah, man, just do it. And because Negan looks over his shoulder, it's like, there's a bunch of fucking derbies falling in the background. This guy's too fucking dumb to realize that. And he's like, oh, sure, here, take my Apple computer. Apple's a great product placement. And he goes, thank you. I love this product by Apple. And he's also leave the rat in case we want to do a sequel. He's like, sure, I hate that thing. And Negan just watched this dumb, sweaty idiot run out got out scot-free, like walks out the building, chat, and a fucking huge mount of a cinder block comes right down him, squishes him, blood splatter, and Negan goes, oh, that was a little, that was a lot. Did not expect that, such a big rock. And then Negan, he's like, well, little guy, let's go out the opposite direction. And Negan, he gets to live, chat. He runs out into the beautiful sunset. It's beautiful. And then, chat, fucking helicopter surfing down. And then fucking George, The Rock fist bump. And now, The Rock goes, okay, Dr. Kate, it's man fighting time, so we don't need no lady to fight with us. And you do your thing. Oh yeah, because now they find out from Negan apparently too. He's like, oh hi guys, I'm here. The government is going to drop a bomb that's like really big, like it's like a nuclear bomb, but a little bit less, and they're gonna take out all of Chicago unless you find a way to stop this. And that's what Dr. Kate goes to do. That's what happens, chat. Now, fucking The Rock and George team up. Meanwhile, The Rock still has a gunshot wound in his gut, but he's fine. And he picks up a grenade launcher, chat, loads up with grenades and big pistols and shit. And him and George just go ahead. They start fighting Ralph and Lizzie and everything. And then at one point, because, Ralph and Lizzie seem to be, like, teaming up. It's like, oh, it's like of course, it's even, chat. Giant crocodile monster and giant flying wolf squirrel versus a big ape, and The Rock. Pretty even match in my opinion. So they go at it, chat. At one point, fucking, Lizzie, she bites the wrong thing, chat. She was going for George, but she accidentally bites Ralph, and she bites right through Ralph's neck. I mean, she was kind of like fucking with him anyway. She's like, fuck this, whatever. And she kills Ralph, chat. So Ralph's gone. And now it's just between George, The Rock, and Lizzie. Except Lizzie, she's pretty good. She's kind of the MVP of this movie, chat. She's got a lot of good moves. She's throwing fucking George around. George's having a tough time. The Rock's like, no! He's fucking pumping grenades into Lizzie. Not even working, chat. At one point, The Rock, before, Lizzie's just about to kill George, The Rock, he hops in another down helicopter. This is his third helicopter, chat. He's crashed all of them. Hops in the third helicopter. He works his guns, chat, and he just starts, he's firing right at Lizzie's head. And Lizzie's like, ow. And she goes right for him. He's like, he fires all the rockets, chat. He's like, oh, she's definitely dead. And then she just comes wallowing out. And The Rock, he's like, fuck this. He starts hustling backwards, which at this point, chat, that thing, crocodiles move very quickly. Be able to kill him very fast. And then, this is so dumb. The Rock kind of gets in a crevasse of some kind, and Lizzie's like this close to him. And he's like pushing on her muscle, like, no! And Lizzie's like, ow, that was so hurtful! Oh my god, like The Rock, with his thick thighs, chat, is able to push a 100,000-ton crocodile with ease. And she's like, oh, I just can't get you. And then what do we see, chat, from out of the distance, right above, chat, fucking George. He's got a big pipe, which he was impaled on earlier, by the way, went right through his fucking chest, chat. And he's got a big old pipe, and Lizzie's like, oh, fuck, and it goes right through her eye, chat, and George, he just starts twirling that thing inside her noggin, chat, making the scrambled eggs, and Lizzie is no more. Lizzie is dead. And then George, he goes over to an area, he starts to sit down, he's exhausted, he's like, I can't do anything. And The Rock's like, oh, George, no! And George, he does the sign language, he's like, I love you, The Rock. And The Rock's like, I love you, George! And then George holds out his hand, chat, The Rock touches the hand, and they do a fist bump. And then George passes away. It's like, no, George! And The Rock is crying. Dr. Kate, she shows up. She's crying. Negan's like, God damn it, George! Why? And then, chat, when The Rock, he's looking out in the distance after all this destruction, and he's saying all these kind things about not an ape, chat. Not a monster. His friend. He sees a little twitch of the hand. And The Rock turns around, and George is like, oh, shit. And The Rock's like, you motherfucker! I think that's when they say fuck, chat. He's like, you motherfucker! Are you pretending to be dead? And George is like, he fucking flips him off. And The Rock's like, why? You were breaking my heart. And George, he just starts laughing. He's having a good time. And The Rock's like, whoo, well, you almost got me, man. Meanwhile, Chad, George has killed so many people in this film so far. Again, repercussions need to be had for George. Hashtag kill George. All right? And Negan's like, oh, you two scamps. You get full pardons from me. And you too, Dr. Kate, for creating a fucking bioweapon that leveled half a city. Go ahead. You're fine. And then The Rock and Dr. Kate, George makes a very graphic insinuation that The Rock is having sexual relationship with Dr. Kate. And The Rock's like, no, she's just a friend. And Dr. Kate's like, well, maybe I don't be a friend forever. And it's like, George's like, I know. Fist bump ensues, chat. And The Rock, he's like, well, we gotta get a new place for George. He's looking too big. And then we get credits, chat. And that is Rampage, the movie. The cinematic adaptation of the iconic, should I say iconic, chat? Video game series. There you go. No more gorilla deaths. No, it wasn't. It was a fake out, chat. It was a fake out. So, I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Listen, the movie it's incredibly mediocre. I mean, I guess what it does best at is that there's some fun action scenes towards the end, you know, but when you compare it to like a lot of big budget blockbuster films, especially they were coming around that time, it's just done better. It's, yeah, you see a giant crocodile fight a giant gorilla and a giant squirrel wolf. It's like, okay, but still, a lot of these, I've seen much better choreographed action scenes in the last decade, all throughout the last decade, so it's like, yeah, that was fun, but I didn't care about any of the characters. A lot of the dialogue is just very exposition heavy, or it's very cliched. There's nothing particularly special about this movie for me. Really, the only person I liked is Negan. Is Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but he's just doing what he always does now. He's like, people love that character. I'm going to play this character in every film. And that's what he does. And I mean, it works for the scenes that he's in, sure. But at the same time, it's like, but you're just, I've seen this so many times now. So I would probably give this just a straight rental. It's not some old bullshit or anything, but it's just a straight rental for me. What about you guys? What do you think? Oh, Chris, there's an alternate ending when Xander Denaro goes scuba diving and gets eaten by a giant octopus. No! That'd be horrible. That's the last thing I want. Yeah, it's... Yeah, oh god, Brave Mango. The villains suck. They're so bad. I don't know that actress who plays Evil Claire. She's been to something. She played like Silk Spectre in Zack Snyder's Watchmen, but I don't like her. Anything I've ever seen her in, she's never been good. What's her name? Malin Ackerman. Yeah, never been a fan. Claire, Evil Claire, and her sweaty brother. And like the brother, again, he's just there to be sweaty and eat food, and I guess act comedic. And Claire's just there to be evil. That's it. And deliver a ton of exposition. It's like, fuck, it's so boring. Every time they cut that, I was like, fuck, I have to sit through this. So, Malin Ackerman. Yeah, I just didn't agree. It's just a straight rental, chat. Straight rental. I know some of you guys enjoyed the film. This is not... I mean, in terms of video game adaptations, like, I mean, look, we've gotten better video game adaptations now. You know, we're at that point where we're actually getting good ones. You know, you can argue great. I don't know if I wouldn't say great at this point, but definitely good ones. Sonic, Detective Pikachu, even some. I mean, I will say great. Castlevania. Castlevania, I think, is by far, counting television too and streaming services. Castlevania is by far the best video game adaptation we've ever gotten. And then even most recently, which I thought was very, very fun, I gave a matinee. I was like, this is good. You got the games right. Was Mortal Kombat, Scorpion's Revenge. Also really had a lot of fun with it. But I gave that a matinee. This is a solid rental for me. I don't hate it, but it's just like, I'm never going to see this again. Yeah. Chris Ayers. Thunder Lee rental. Chris Ayers is a huge guilty pleasure for me, as is another giant movie with Fast and Furious actor that you're going to be reviewing soon. Oh, yeah, probably. Andy, very low rental. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Jason as George for fun. Weta Digital's work for the movie with parts were very realistic. That's about it. Thief Man, I enjoyed the Rampage. I think that's what I played. I played it on 64. Yeah, Rampage 64. You gotta read the rundown. Oh, the rundown's very fun. I'll make that an option. I'll make that an option tonight's poll. Why not? Yeah, because we gotta do that, chat. But let me just go ahead and freshen up my beverage, and I shall return, chat.